Berkley Powerbait Power Eggs is one of the most effective trout fishing baits on the market today. And in today's trout fishing tips video, I'm going to compare the Magnum versus the Clear Powerbait Power Eggs, the differences and how you should fish each to be more successful catching trout. What is going on, you outdoor mavericks? Welcome back to the channel. Today's trout fishing tips video is going to be all about Powerbait Power Eggs from Berkley. Now, I've been fishing Powerbait Power Eggs for a long time, and I found that there's certain instances where these actually fish better than the regular Powerbait dough. Now, Berkley has two different versions of the Powerbait Power Eggs, the Magnum and the Clear. And I'm going to go through the differences of each because they definitely fish differently and they're going to help you catch more trout at the end of the day. Now first, let's start with the Magnum Power Eggs. Now the Magnums are solid colors that come in these small jars of about 20 power eggs that are all tied in together. And the Magnum Power Eggs come in a couple different scents. They have garlic and original scent. Now one of the main differences between the Magnum and the Clear Power Eggs is the Magnums are solid colors. They come in 10 different colors, most being very bright like pink, orange, chartreuse, and white. And then Berkley has a version of the Magnum Power Egg called the Sparkle that are super glittery. They're the same power egg but with just a ton of glitter on them, and trust me, when you get it on your hands, you're never going to get it all off. Don't ask me how I know. And the key tactics to fishing the Magnum Powerbait Power Eggs is you can fish these at all times of the day and all conditions at all times of the year. I haven't found where these power eggs haven't worked when I've gone out trout fishing. However, the subtle difference between the Magnum and the Clear is that these fish super well in dirty water. Because the Magnums are solid color, they're a little bit easier to pick up in dirtier water, so the trout have a better chance of seeing these than the Clear versions of the power eggs. And one of the other tactics for fishing these Magnum Power Eggs is to really fish them in the summertime and around grass. When you get those warmer days, when you get grass growing on lakes and little ponds that you're fishing, these are super deadly and more effective, I think, than dough, because these will definitely last longer, and if you get a little bit in the grass, you can still get bites out of there, and when you're reeling in through the grass, you won't lose these off your hook like you would Powerbait dough. Now when it comes to fishing the Magnum Power Eggs, I've found more success in the summertime, the fall, and the wintertime fishing these, because the color and size of the Magnums are perfect, because when you get those water temperatures to drop, especially in the fall and the wintertime, you get the size appropriate bait and you're going to get a lot of big strikes, especially from big fish that are hanging out in really shallow spots as they come in closer to the bank looking for warmer weather. And I found fishing with the Magnums a ton of success off the bottom, but also plunking these underneath the bobber. Now let's talk about the Clear Power Eggs. They're going to be the same size and the same scent profiles as the Magnums, garlic and natural scent. They come in 8 colors, but the one difference between the Clears and the Magnums is there's a brownish clear color in the Clear section, which is not available in the Magnum section. And that brownish clear version is a super natural color, and I will say that that has been a deadly effective color when I've been able to use it and get my hands on it. Now the key feature of the Clear Power Eggs is that they're half solid and half clear, meaning the sun can pass through it, hit a little bit of that glitter pattern that's in that clear section, and give a little bit of a different profile to the trout. Now with the Magnums, I like to fish those because they're solid colors and really dirty water. Well, the Clear Power Eggs, I love to fish these in clean and clear water, and especially on sunny days. So what the eggs will be able to do, whether you're plunking them off the bottom or underneath the bobber, is depending on how the trout are coming around the lake or coming near the bait, they're going to get different angles of these Clear Powerbait Power Eggs. And when the trout are moving around and the sun hits that clear version, it's going to light off a nice sparkle and it's going to get the trout's attention. And depending on how the fish are moving around the lake or where they're at, because you've got the solid and the clear version, it gives them a little bit of contrast on both sides depending on the angle that the fish are seeing the bait, and that gives you more opportunity for them to bite the bait, because they may see the solid version and go for it, or they may see the sun penetrating through the clear version and they see that from their angle and they go right after it. And I like to fish these in the springtime, but especially in the summertime. Sunny days and clear water, these are one of my go-to baits to go after trout, no matter what type of body of water. You're talking big lakes, little ponds, streams, whatever body of water, go with the Clear. Now, if you guys, the audience, were to ask me which one of these I like more if I could only take one to the lake, I would probably choose the Magnum version because it's solid and fishes really well in off-colored and stained water. However, I like them both equally. I think they catch fish equally the same depending on what time of the year that you're fishing them. You can't go wrong with the Powerbait Power Eggs in either the Magnum or the clear version. I always carry both with me just in case, depending on the conditions of the water and the day, that I might change up from one or the other. And I think the biggest thing for young anglers that are starting out is, yeah, you want to go with the Powerbait Doe because that's the easiest to put on your hook. You're able to get it out there and go. But consider adding Power Eggs because they do add some different advantages. It is presenting something a little bit different. They're more durable. They fish better around grass. And there's been days where I've been out trout fishing and this is the only thing that's getting bit. And I think that you need to make sure that you've got this in your arsenal. It's a very underrated bait in my opinion. And being able to have one of the Magnum and one of the clear is going to give you a huge advantage out trout fishing. So if you guys want to catch good sized trout or even lunker sized trout, make sure you got some Power Eggs with you in the tackle box and get ready for some big hookups and big fish. Alright, and that is my trout fishing tips video on the Powerbait Power Eggs from Berkley, the difference between the Magnums and the clear eggs. And I hope you guys got some information and tips out of today's video to help you catch more trout. And if you like this bait comparison video, smash the thumbs up on that video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you love trout fishing tips, and other outdoor content. And don't forget, and as always you guys, the outdoors is a gift, share it with others.